Did you know that according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, our kids are spending an average of 7 hours a day on entertainment media? Hey there, I'm Dr. Dave, and on today's Thrive and Fight, I'm excited to share some tips that can help parents provide some guidance, understanding, and boundaries that can help our kiddos develop a healthy relationship with technology. Okay, 7 hours per day on entertainment media? What? That can seem like a pretty scary number when you consider that that's a good chunk of their waking hours and that the recommended amount of screen time for kids ages 2 through 5 is only 1 hour a day of high quality programming. But don't worry, there are some simple things you as a parent can do to help them learn to use technology wisely. If you're like many parents, screen time may be a fairly common battleground between you and your kids, even if they're young. They just love those TV shows or movies and video games, right? And while those things aren't necessarily bad in and of themselves, technology can actually be a wonderful and helpful tool that can make things tricky for your kiddos. So, how can you help them? Well, here's some tips. Try to look at the experience of technology through your child's eyes. Screens can be fascinating. Kiddos can get caught up in the stories, the special effects, the cool sounds, and the sights, and they feel like they're part of what's happening on the screen. All that excitement can make it difficult to pay attention to anything else, including you. So that's why if your child is playing a video game or watching a show, they may not hear you or remember what you say, and why they might whine, get upset, or have a hard time stopping, right? Just a few more minutes, mom, right? So you may have had times when you ask your child to do something and you say it like 5 times and they don't seem to even hear you because they're watching a show. That can be super frustrating as a parent. But keep in mind that getting all mad, yelling, or making threats doesn't help the situation. Instead, your child needs your help, your patience, and your guidance to create healthy limits on how much and what kind of screen time they have. Second tip is to take an interest in what your child likes to do. Maybe you can watch a show with them or play a video game together once in a while. Imagine that. Ask them questions about the characters and what they like best about the game or the show. Ask them how to play. You might be surprised what they can teach you, and that can be a lot of fun for them. Little things like that can help your child know that you care about them, which will help them be much more open to your direction and correction. Tip number 3 is to help your child set limits on their screen time. Be clear about how much time they're allowed to play a game or watch a show every day. If they know, okay, I only have 20 minutes of video games, you won't need to have a daily argument about how long they get to play. One thing that can help with this is putting your child in charge by having them set a timer for the allowed amount of time. That way, they can enjoy a little independence and may be more responsive when the timer goes off. Tip number 4, give your child a heads up before they need to turn off the screen and move on to a different activity. It bugs our kids when we come in the middle of a show saying, okay, time to turn off the TV, or make them stop in the middle of a video game level. Wouldn't it bother you if someone did that to you, right? So it can also be hard for them to stop on their own. You can make the transition easier by giving them a 5 or a 10-minute warning or telling them they need to stop at the end of the episode or the game level. Then sit with them for the last little bit and help them move on to another activity. Tip number 5, monitor the shows your child watches and the games they play. Some things you may see as harmless might actually give your child nightmares or lead them to being more aggressive. So make sure that the material they're viewing or playing is age appropriate, high quality, and aligns with your family values. And just little bonus tips. Rather than just telling them why there needs to be limits with technology, make it a two-way discussion about how technology is a tool that can help us, but maybe gets in the way sometimes too. You can even ask them why they think there needs to be limits. Also, be an example of wise screen use. This is important. Let's be honest. Setting limits on our screen time can be difficult too, right? So try to at least put your phone away during dinner and other family time and try to have screens off well before bedtime so that you can get a better quality sleep. Alrighty, those are my tips for helping kiddos navigate screen time. First, look at screen time through your child's eyes. Second, show them you care by taking an interest in what they like to do. Third, help your child set limits on screen time. Fourth, ease the transition to another activity by giving your child a heads up when they need to be done soon. And tip number 5, monitor what they watch and play. Well, that's all for today. I'm Dr. Dave, and this has been another Thrive in 5 parenting tips for kids 2 through 6.